Welcome to the channel. In this video, we will have a discussion on operation amplifier, introduction to operation amplifier. Amplifier is an electronic device which is used to increase strength of the signal. So sometimes the input signal coming from any device or a circuit, it may be very low and it may not be useful for practical applications. So that we need to increase the amplitude of the input signal. So for this purpose we use amplifier. Whereas operation amplifier, as the name itself indicates, that operation amplifier can be used for amplification purpose. In addition to that, you can perform some mathematical operations. So that's why it is called as operational amplifier. So the basic function of an operation amplifier is to amplify the difference between two input signals. So operation amplifier has two inputs and one output signal, output terminal. So whenever you are applying input signal, operation amplifier amplifies the difference between two input signals. And this amplifier, operation amplifier, can be used to amplify DC signal as well as AC signals. So you can apply DC and also AC input signals. In addition to amplification, operation amplifier can be used to perform various mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, integration and differentiation, etc. So because of this, operation amplifier, the name is derived because it can be used for amplifying the signals as well as to perform mathematical operations. Hence the name is operational amplifier. So this is the schematic symbol, circuit symbol of operational amplifier. It has two inputs. One of the input is designated by minus sign. Another input terminal is designated by plus sign. So the minus sign terminal is corresponding to inverting input and the plus sign is non-inverting input. So it has one output signal and there is a supply. We have plus VCC and minus VE. So you need to apply dual supply. Based on the applications, you can operate operation amplifier using single supply. So operation amplifier has two inputs and one output. The inputs are indicated by plus sign and minus sign. Plus sign indicates the terminal as non-inverting input and minus sign represented in the circuit symbol. So this particular terminal is called as inverting input. Now whenever you apply signal, input signal to the inverting input terminal, which is labeled by minus sign, so it indicates that there is a 180-degree phase shift between input and output signals. That means if you apply a signal to the inverting input alone, it produces an output signal with phase inversion. That means when you apply a signal, it will have an opposite polarity. Suppose if you apply positive signal, at the output you will obtain negative signal, so with a minus sign. So output will have opposite polarity. So if you apply positive signal, you will get a negative output. If you apply negative signal, input signal, and you will have positive signal at the output. Whereas In the case of non-inverting terminal, which is labeled by plus sign, it indicates that the signal, output signal, is in phase with the input signal. That means there is no phase difference between input signal and output signal. When we apply a signal to the non-inverting terminal, it will produce a output signal without any phase inversion. That means there is no change in polarity. There is no change in polarity. That means the output signal will have same polarity like input signal. So there is no phase inversion. If you apply positive signal, you will get a positive output. If you apply a negative signal, you will obtain negative output. And this is the introduction related to operation amplifier. Further, in future we will discuss about its characteristics.